Hello everyone, my name's Sorrell, and today, let's look at how Nintendo is still holding back the Switch well after a year after its launch, and what they can do to make it the best console of all time. Okay, so before we get started with the Switch stuff, I'd like to say that we're almost at 20,000 subscribers, which is amazing, since we only hit 10k at the end of 2017. So to celebrate, I'm giving away my new Nintendo 3DS XL. So if you want to enter, click the I which should be in this corner now. I've signed it here as a memento for this occasion, so if you want to win this 3DS, enter the giveaway using the I or the link below. But now onto the video. So how could the Switch really be improved? It's already the most powerful mass market handheld out there, and with its multiple playstyles, it can be used almost anywhere. Well, its big issues aren't all hardware related. We know that the Switch isn't as powerful as other consoles, such as the Xbox One or PS4, but it's still Nintendo's most powerful console to date. Far more so than the 3DS, and slightly more than the Wii U anyway. With that being said, why can't we download DS games from the eShop on Nintendo Switch? You can play DS games on the Wii U in the DS Virtual Console emulator, as well as other games from different consoles, such as N64, NES and more. Just think of how many games the Virtual Console on Nintendo Switch could run. They already have NES, SNES, Game Boy, GBA and DS emulators on other consoles, so why not the Switch? And that's one of the main issues I have with the Switch. The Switch could be the console of all consoles. It has the power to emulate every Nintendo console before it. Imagine this, you open up the Nintendo eShop on your Switch and you see NES, Game Boy, Game Boy Color, SNES, N64, GameCube, Game Boy Advance, DS, DSi, and 3DS games, all available to buy and play on your Nintendo Switch. Wii and Wii U would most likely be harder to implement because of their unique control layouts. But otherwise, I don't see any reason at all why Nintendo can't make the Switch the ultimate emulation machine. It's fast, portable, and has far more power than every handheld console out there. One huge issue I have with Virtual Console on older Nintendo systems is the pricing scheme for each game. I mean, Super Mario Bros., which was released on the NES back in 1985, is selling for $4.49 on the 3DS eShop. Most other NES games are priced the same, and if you ask me, the asking price of $4.49 for a 30-year-old 2D platformer is ridiculous, and is basically begging you to hack your 3DS and install the game in a potentially illegal way. So here's what I suggest. Price all of the NES games starting at $1.99. Sure, it's not as much as the current price, but many more people will buy the game at my suggested price. The same goes for all other consoles. So we have NES games starting at $1.99, Game Boy and Game Boy Color games also starting at $1.99, SNES games at $2.99, N64 games at $3.99 to $5.99, depending on the amount of content in the game. GameCube games will start at $9.99, GBA at $2.99, DS and DSi both starting at $4.99 to $6.99, and 3DS games can range from $15.99 to $29.99. Nintendo has already made their money selling these games on the original systems, so I see Virtual Console games as profit for very little work. Another idea which I have is console bundles. Let's say you buy the Nintendo 64 bundle. With that, you get every Nintendo 64 game available for one price. Let's say for around $49.99. With the NES bundle, you can get every NES game for $9.99, and so on with each other console bundle. Personally, I don't see Nintendo including the 3DS in their hopefully upcoming Virtual Console lineup, as they have said previously that the Switch is not a 3DS successor. However, I can see the rest of my suggestions coming if they do decide to implement a vast Virtual Console covering numerous Nintendo systems. The next idea which I have isn't software related, but is focused on hardware. I suggest that Nintendo keeps their current Switch as it is, but also offers a premium Switch, which is made of better materials, such as higher quality plastic, drop resistant glass screen, and a proper kickstand. It would also come with an improved dock. as well as better Joy-Cons. The Joy-Cons would have a texture similar to the Switch Pro controller, as well as metal rail connector and locking mechanism. The current Joy-Con locking mechanism is great, but it can be damaged very easily and can lead to them sliding off when in use. And since this is a premium Switch, it should include both a dock and a mini dock for use on a second TV. This dock would just have one USB port and be more of a cradle than a dock. For the main full-size dock, it should include 4 USB 3.0 ports and potentially a second Type-C port, but this isn't really necessary if you ask me. The dock would also feature a standard Ethernet RJ45 connector built in, which allows for faster load times and far lower ping in online games. So I hope you're looking forward to none of these ideas being considered by Nintendo, and I hope you enjoyed the video. And remember, if you want to enter my new 3DS XL giveaway, just click the link below to find out how. This week's Patreon supporter is Alexander1, who raised his contribution to $3, so a huge thank you to him. Well, that's all for today. My name's Sorrell, and I'll see you next Sunday with a brand new video.